Denmark team, what they've both done over the past few years. For so many years, the United States was dominant, but Denmark has come on now.
Denmark burst the US bubble, big style, and USA, I think, need to win this.
We'll see if they can respond here today.
Need to win this.
Well, we're going to find out in just a little bit as Team USA takes the field first. The USA with Rio Wilde, Steve Anderson, the big tall fella on your right. There's Braden Gelantine in the box coaching.
Super sub.
Yes, super sub. And, of course, Bridger Deaton on your left. So that's Deaton on your left, Rio Wilde in the middle, and Steve Anderson on the right for Team USA. The Americans finishing 9-up on the men from down under. They beat the Dutch by 1, slipped by Korea by only 2 points in the semifinals. And now we'll see if Rio Wilde and Bridger Deaton and Steve Anderson have an answer for the team from Denmark. Denmark has come on and become a real dominant force in the compound men's team competition.
This Denmark team, they are experienced, they are drilled, they have shot together so many times. They beat the Americans indoors and outdoors. They've hurt the Americans a lot the last 2 years. They are the world champions, and Martin, Damsbo and Patrick Laursen have both won here on the beach.
That's Patrick Laursen on the right. Stephan Hansen on the left, and Martin Damsbo in the middle.
And Stephan, for someone so young, has achieved so much.
The baby-faced assassin.
He's an amazing archer, and when he is on it, he does not miss. So,
and they believe in each other. They work well together. They believe in each other.
On qualifying day, Patrick was really not. His bow was something wrong with his bow. At the end of the session, Stephan and Martin were with him on the practice range, helping him repair his bow.
All right, Steve. We got our game plan.
That's team.
That's what mates are for.
Yeah. I think even though the American team, vast experience, Rio Wilde, who has won more than everybody else added together, I think, is most massive. Steve Anderson, very experienced on home soil in the US, but he's not massively experienced in these arenas. So this is new for Steve, and obviously Bridger won the World Cup last year as well, but he's still a relative newcomer.
So the former college basketball player, Steve Anderson, about 6'7", leading off for the United States. Is it on the line?
Possible.
That's close.
Yeah.
They'll put the asterisk up by it, and we'll have to wait for the judge's call a little bit later on. Now Bridger Deaton for the United States. 20 years old.
Yeah, dude, X, nice shot.
This really is a battle of the big guns.
It really is. I mean, you look at Bridger Deaton, all he did was win the World Cup final last year in Lausanne. That's all. That's all. Yeah.
That's no small
And here's
feat.
Rio Wilde, who won in Mexico back in 2006.
How many times has Rio been a world champion?
Yeah, good. X, nice.
It's in double figures.
Won a world title in 2009 in Korea.
Yeah.
Won the World Cup title in 2006 in Mexico.
Yeah. He's 3 times world indoor champion as well.
Won a bronze medal at the World Cup finals in Switzerland last fall. So possibly 3 10s for the Americans to start off, but that's definitely a 10 for Patrick Laursen.
Yeah. I think Patrick won this 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. And he only came out with 2 days' notice because
he was an alternate.
That was it. Yeah.
He was an alternate.
Was at work. They rang him up and said, "Patrick, you got to come." And he's like,
he was underneath a car fixing an engine.
Yeah, brilliant story. And it was always going to win after that, wasn't he?
And here is Martin Damsbo, the anchor of this team.
Yeah, he is such an amazing guy, an amazing archer.
One of the great sportsmen in the world.
Yeah. So, Denmark.
Possibly with a 1-point lead.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns in this match. Steve looks nervous.
Looked away quickly after releasing that shot.
He was not comfortable. Was not comfortable then.
So here's Deaton, who always looks comfortable. Bridger.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable after that shot.
Yeah.
They put the
Bridger Deaton 6th in the world, and now here's Rio Wilde.
Rio needs to keep his team in this right now. They cannot afford to give Denmark a chance this early.
It can get away from you early. But here's Rio. And Rio with the 9.
It's a good group.
So 3 straight 9s.
Yeah, that's. But in the quarterfinals against the Dutch, USA were 3 points down at the halfway. They clawed it back amazingly. Oh, that's gone right as well. So something the flags or the wind must have changed a bit like that.
You can see those large flags atop the hill there.
They're really flying.
Ja, lige præcis. Godt.
Stephan Hansen doesn't seem to care about the wind at all.
No, he shoots so fast, Stephan does. It's such an advantage for their team.
Good look at the windsock. Good look at Martin Damsbo.
That form is so amazing. Oh,
You can
same
see
space.
his bow hand was moving a little bit there. So,
Denmark did a
considering
little damage, but not as much as they could have. Slight let off, I think.
all things considered, the United States is
lucky to not be
still
down.
in it.
Yeah.
Still in it right now. Denmark, by the way, got to this gold medal match by defeating India by 4, Italy by 3, and Mexico by 3.
Yeah. I think they only ranked 11, didn't they, Denmark? They were not, as I said, Patrick had a real nightmare in 11th seed.
Was it 11th?
Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they took out Italy by 3, which are always hard to beat. Then they beat Mexico. Yeah, and they also beat India in the first round, who are also shooting fantastic these days. So Denmark haven't been on top form, but still know how to get to the gold medal match, which is a real sign of tough opponents, isn't it? Be interesting to see what that first arrow of Anderson just called.
So it could be a 2-point lead. It could be a 1-point lead if the judges decide that was a 10 instead of a 9. Interesting decision by the United States to take Steve Anderson and put in. They did give him a 10, so it's a 1-point game.
Yeah. No, the US have got to. They always bring 4 guys who are more capable. They always pick their top 3 from the ranking round. So Braden was behind the other 3 in ranking.
Oh, that's them. Whoops, my
Not
bad.
many teams would have Braden Galantine on the bench.
Oh, wait, that's not what
No, not at all.
No.
Braden Galantine, who showed some good signs in Shanghai, stage 1.
Hit the gym when she goes home. All right.
Got to say, he got defeated by Great Britain's Chris Bell there. A good friend of mine.
You can put that in there, that's fine.
Amazing win for Chris. Yeah.
John, you've got the microphone, you've got the headset.
And Braden was actually really gallant in defeat. They're good friends, Chris and Braden, and Braden stopped and supported Chris in his next match after as well.
Braden trying to come back from a tough season last year where he had some injuries
Yep.
that he had to deal with.
Yeah, right. So Steve needs to get going now.
Steve Anderson,
Strong shots.
who makes his home in Salt Lake City, Utah, actually Bountiful, Utah.
bro.
That's a good shot.
Just off the
And
edge,
a
3
very
o'clock.
strong
Nice
shot by
Nice
Steve.
shot.
Trains at the Easton Foundation Center
Good job, dude.
in Salt Lake City, as does Rio Wilde. And
Yes,
here's Bridger
Anderson.
Deaton, the pride of Pella, Iowa.
He looks so calm when he shoots. It's really
Good teamwork, guys.
it's
Good
nice to
teamwork.
watch.
do
Yeah,
this.
great.
He burst upon the scene last year at Stage 1 in Shanghai with 3 medals, a gold, a silver, and a bronze. In fact, beat Rio Wilde in the quarterfinals in Shanghai a year ago.
Yeah. Oh, Rio put one out.
Out of the 10, it's a 9 for Rio.
The final in the
Good shot. Good job.
Bridger and Rio's match in Lausanne was quite an amazing match because Rio had control of that all the way, and just at the death, Bridger had enough to just come through.
Rio will get another shot this afternoon.
Yeah.
F10.
I think Patrick had a few choice words there.
I think he corrected that as it went off, they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little body English.
Yeah.
He willed that arrow into the 10 ring.
Great shot there from the Prince of Denmark.
Looking forward to going to Denmark and Copenhagen for the World Championships.
It's a lot of pressure on these guys to be defending at home because there'll be expectation, there'll be press. So, you know, it's lovely to be going into a World as world champions, but they will have a lot of to be, you know.
If anybody can handle it, I think it's these three. They don't seem to be phased by very much.
I don't think a bead of sweat has ever gone down Martin Damsbo's forehead.
Never let them see you sweat.
Yeah.
So here's Steve Anderson.
Nice shot.
He doesn't look comfortable, but he's found his extra middle.
Starting to get into that groove.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So big Steve Anderson with another X. Hoping that Bridger Deaton will follow his lead, and he does.
Good work, good work.
They've left Rio something to aim at.
Chase that arrow, dude. Right on it.
So now here's Rio Wilde using a new release. Used it in Shanghai 3 weeks ago to set a new scoring record during qualification.
Yes.
I think it works.
Yeah. I said he'd have something to aim at. So I can think of anybody else in the world I'd want shooting third in my team. If you got to pick a dream team,
he's the guy.
First name on the team sheet.
Patrick Laursen painting that line.
And this is the match we wanted here.
Now the 19-year-old Stephan Hansen, 18th in the world.
9.
Just a little bit obscured by Patrick's arrow, but you could see it back there, just outside.
Hansen will be going out to Yankton in the US next week, hoping to become World Junior Champion.
And Martin Damsbo hoping to maintain a 1-point lead, and he does.
Yeah, defending his World Junior Championship, I should actually say, because he won it in China 2 years ago.
So the 2-point lead is now down to 117-116, as the Americans start to figure some things out here on the beach in Antalya, Turkey, where the wind's picking up just a little bit. We're in our 4th match here in the team competition. We'll have more matches coming up later on today here on Archery TV. We'll have mixed team competition as well as the men's and women's gold and bronze medal matches.
Yeah, you got some good stuff to look forward to this afternoon.
Ivana Budin will be joining us.
Yep.
That will be fun.
She's an amazing archer. She's won a lot. Knows it. Yeah. Of course, world silver medalist 2 years ago in Belek.
Just down the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. In the windy world, as it's known.
The windy world, yeah. That's true. That week, weren't teams taking vests and putting weights in the vest?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Just to keep yourself from getting blown away while you were shooting.
Yeah, I spoke to some of the British guys when they got home, and they said, imagine the most wind you can, and then make it more and keep increasing it.
Wait a minute, you're from Great Britain.
It was nothing compared to that.
I've heard about the winds in Great Britain.
Oh, yeah, we had too many the last few weeks. No, this is a wide open match right now.
Yes, we have a good one going here in the men's gold medal match in Antalya, Stage 2 of the Archery World Cup Tour here in 2015.
Yeah.
The United States, and quite honestly, the U.S. archers will admit this. They were not happy at all with their performance in China 3 weeks ago.
No, they didn't have a great time. So it's not very often you don't see US really featuring in the medal stages in the compound. So, as I said, I think the US need to win this. They really need to remind people that they are the top team going into the Worlds.
Of course, Denmark's trying to make it 2 in a row. They won in Shanghai at Stage 1 3 weeks ago, defeating Iran.
Yeah, that was a real tight match, wasn't it? Iran had that.
It's a 1-point match,
9 there from Steve. He's not very happy with that. Wide open. This match could go anyway still.
So here's Bridger Deaton, who won a team silver medal in Antalya last year, trying to make it a gold this year, but he's outside the 10 ring.
Yeah.
Not a good start here in the 3rd end for the United States.
Rio, right now, needs to keep his team in it.
Rio, who is in much better shape, lost a lot of weight during the winter.
Yeah.
Dieting, exercise, and there he puts it in the 10 ring.
That's what I said about having Rio shooting 3rd for your team. So there's a chance here for Denmark to get away. So can they take it?
They were up by 1 at the start of this end, third end. 3 straight 10s here. They'll be up by 3,
No,
but there's a 9.
He knew that the second it broke. You could see his face, a bit of a grimace. And
So Patrick Laursen ranked 17th in the world. Winner of a team gold
good
medal
shot
in
from
Belek.
Stephan. So, chance for Damsbo to extend. Just turn the heat up on America a little bit more.
Could be as much as a 2-point lead after this shot by Martin Damsbo.
Yes, X.
And there it is, Martin Damsbo.
Yeah, no mistakes from mine there.
What a year he had in
Let's go, Steve.
2013, yeah. Won a
Oh.
bronze and a team gold in Antalya, a mixed team silver in Colombia, then won the gold medal in Paris, and then won a team gold medal in Belek.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely
good
amazing.
start. Nice.
He went on to win a big indoor tournament in Berlin as well, which
That's good.
just before Christmas, which was brilliant.
Just for good measure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
X marks the spot for Steve Anderson. Strong shot.
Oh,
Yes.
And there's Bridger Deaton on the
he
move.
wasn't sure if that was going to
No.
catch or not. He looks.
Let's go, Rio. One more, buddy.
When they jump off the line like that, it's usually not a good sign.
He's very happy right now that that went in the middle. Come on, Rio.
Look how
Yeah, dude.
calm.
Nice. Good shoot.
Let's see.
It's right at the top.
What's up,
You can see it.
guys?
Yeah.
Okay, there it
Yeah,
is. Okay,
yeah.
better angle.
It's those massive arrows of bridges, they hide things.
All right.
That's good comeback from the States there.
United States trying to stay close.
Patrick.
Patrick Laursen trying to hold them off.
Yeah.
And now here's Stephan Hansen, who also won a team gold medal at Belek and Antalya in 2013.
Didn't
But there
like
is
that.
a shot that may change the complexion of this match.
That could be an 8. Damsbo needs to make sure there's not too much damage done. Keep it at 1 point.
Yep, X. Got down full.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah. I imagine the agents will be all over that arrow
Oh, yeah.
in the judge's ear.
Yes. That 8 by Stephan, or possible 8 by Stephan Hansen, could have a lot of bearing on the outcome of this match. And you can see the concern on the faces of the Danish archers.
Yeah, they're in the scope, they're looking at the monitors, they're like, so, the Americans open that end up with a bit of a chance for Denmark to really hurt them, and then just that one error from Hansen actually kept it alive. Yeah, Braden Gellentin's in the US scope looking at that arrow as well.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot of scrutiny, a lot of attention being paid to that arrow by Stephan Hansen.
Yeah.
If it's even touching that line,
It
just...
only has to lean on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's breathing on that
Yeah,
line,
it's in.
it's in. And it'll be a 9 instead of
Yeah.
an 8.
I'm trying to
And
say.
Denmark will maintain a 1-point lead. If not, we're all tied.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something if we were all tied going down the stretch here?
Well, it's what we want, isn't it, really?
Yeah, as
It's
spectators.
the original shooting order, so the US would be shooting first. Either way, the US are going to shoot first, so I think that's going to be given as an 8.
It was an 8.
So, with the US shooting first, I give them the edge because they've got a chance to close, make Denmark shoot perfect after them is harder.
Sprint, boys.
Well, the way the Americans have got to see it, they've gotten a reprieve.
Yeah, they have.
And now they have new life and a chance to pull this one out of the fire.
Yeah,
It was not the strongest start for the USA, but Denmark, the 8 by Stephan Hansen, opening the door and giving America the chance to fight it out over these final 6 arrows.
absolutely.
So here we go. A year ago, it was the Netherlands defeating the USA here in Antalya, 232 to 230.
Yeah,
Got this, bro.
Bridger Deaton and Rio Wilde tasting defeat that day. But now with Steve Anderson
Yeah.
leading off, trying to go for the
he
goal.
looks more relaxed than he did at the start
Yeah,
of the match.
dude. Nice.
And it
There you
shows
go.
up. Shows
Yeah,
up.
he's getting a bit more comfortable in he's the least experienced out there in
like
that arena.
He's a
So-
competitor, though. Great athlete.
Oh, massive.
Played college basketball back in the States, and there's another 10.
Got that. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Bridger Deaton drops one.
So they've given Rio a comfort blanket there with those 2 10s as well.
Nice
And
and strong, Rio.
it'll be a little
Bring it
bit
home, buddy.
easier for Rio right now.
Gradually pulling back.
Yeah.
Back tension.
So strong. Long shot.
Long shot.
Oh.
Ooh, and a 9.
Yeah, I think it's the long shots have been costly today, haven't they, through the day, if you think back at what we've seen. So, door's not permanently closed. There's a crack.
It's cracked open for Denmark.
Yeah. Oh, hat trick. Oh.
And now the door is it's closed again.
Don't know where it is.
Who's going to go through this door? This
Big
proverbial
shot now
door
for
we talk
Hansen.
about.
He's going to be a little bit angry with himself for the 8.
Yeah,
he
Makes up for it. Yeah, makes amends.
So we're in 1 hour shoot-off territory now, I think, as in every arrow is so vital. Damsbo. Oh, what awesome camera angle there on Damsbo's glasses. That's brilliant.
Peering through that
Yeah,
deep sight.
10. So they're, it's a tight one.
Tied at 203 with 3 arrows left to shoot.
Yeah, this is brilliant.
Gains.
Anderson coming
Anderson.
through in the clutch.
Yeah.
Good work.
There you go.
Steve, who married Linda Ochoa during this past winter, now going for his second biggest win.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you could
big
tell as
shot.
soon as he let
rushed
it go.
it. Yeah, he rushed it.
Let's go, Rio.
And there really wasn't much need to rush it.
No, Rio's got all the time in the world. So Rio has to shoot a 10 now
To
because
preserve any hope.
to make Denmark work. Really hard.
Plenty of time. Camera's a little
Yeah.
He
shaky.
needed that. He needed that. Yeah.
Good work.
I think you can tell from that camera that the wind is picking up a little bit
I
because the
think so.
camera's starting to get a little shaky.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you. Going into that. Get ready for that. Focus up.
Okay, so the fate is, the Americans' fate is in the hands of Laursen, Hansen, and Damsbo.
He needs to give Hansen and Damsbo room to win it.
Ooh, is it on the line or
And
not?
That's out. That's out.
They'll put an asterisk by it.
Yeah, keep us hopeful. Yeah, a lot of pressure now on Stephan.
Not knowing whether or not Laursen. Oh, that's a 9 now.
Now Denmark are hoping that's a 10 if Damsbo can shoot a 10.
If Damsbo shoots a 10 and the judges rule in their favor,
I just think that shooting first is just get to put the marker down. It can be enough, can't it?
Yeah,
Great
man.
shoot from Damsbo there. So
Let's see.
Mark
I think the
Damsbo.
Danes don't think that arrow's in though looking at them. They don't look at.
No, they didn't look real confident about their chances.
No, no,
Look how close that shot is.
it's not there, is it? Peering into the TV monitor. I think the
All I
US
can
has got
say-
that. They look really anxious, and Rio's ready for a 1 hour shoot off. He's got his bow already.
Until they tell me, he says.
Braden's really good at spotting, and I think he's comfortable that they've got it.
So after missing out on the gold medal last year here on the
Yeah.
beach in Konialti,
Yeah. The Americans aren't celebrating though
nope.
yet.
Denmark was hoping to make it back-to-back gold medals in men's team competition after winning in Shanghai, but
Yeah.
the judges,
Oh, the Danish got up. I think because the Danish agent's having such a good look, he's not happy. He's a bit of head shaking there.
there it is. There's the call. USA gets the win.
That's a big win for the US because it's been too long for them. Yep.
As far as they're
we were
concerned,
talking
yes.
about it when we started. They needed to win that, and they'll be hungry now going into the World Championships in Copenhagen to regain their title, as they will see it as their title. Yeah, really great match there, down to the wire.
Well, it was the marquee match of the morning, and we thought it would be, and we didn't see it going this way exactly,
No.
but down to the wire it went, and thanks to the 2-9 shot by Denmark on the final 3 arrows, Steve Anderson, Rio Wilde, and Bridger Deaton able to hold those bows above their head in victory.
Absolutely. Brilliant morning shooting. Some great matches. Danish ladies and the Russian ladies started us off with a real thriller, didn't they? The Korean men were supreme in their bronze medal match. Awesome shooting from them, and then a real nervy niggle match from Denmark, an American classic.
It was an edge
Yeah,
of the seat
edge of
match.
the seat match. Yeah, really exciting stuff. So no, fantastic.
Great drama, great suspense, and it ends up in an American victory as the USA makes amends for last year's loss here in Antalya, where they lost to the Netherlands by 2 points.